this tour with Tom has been, I mean, like, I remember you posted one thing where you were like, I was just in, I want to say Kansas City or you know, doing shows and now on a helicopter to go. Like, that's just, yeah, it's.
He took us. So if you don't know California.
Talking about Tom Segura, by the way, not Tom Selleck.
Right.
Who also tours just in
and I
different
go out
markets.
with him a lot. I go
and
out
Sickler
him
is splitting time with Tom.
A lot in this helicopter, bro. I was like, you got to put the stash back, bro. You got to put it back.
The copter, I imagine a Tom Selleck helicopters has a big stash on the front. Like that's the bumper almost.
Yeah.
Or maybe the wings
Just
are stashes.
Selleck on the side. There's only one Selleck, bro.
That's what he says when anyone hops aboard. They go, and when you're meeting them at the landing, or is it the landing? The airport?
The airport.
Yeah. Why did I say landing?
I'm not sure.
So when you're meeting him,
no, no.
So when you're
maybe he wasn't flying with us.
When you're meeting him there, he goes, you go, which one is it? He goes, you'll know.
You'll know, bro.
There's a stash on. There's only one Selleck, and it says that on the outside. All right, so this tour.
So, you know, Tom loves to have fun and loves to treat you. You know, it's
loves to treat you. You guys been homies for what?
We have,
15,
but he's very
20?
good and generous to so many people. Like when he did a race car thing in Vegas, and he had his physical therapist and her husband came out, and he took care of it and stuff. I mean, he's great.
Awesome. Loves to share what he's created.
Loves it. Yes. And I mean, but also, what fun is it to do all that by yourself? Right?
None.
That's what you want to do with your friends. That's why we're here.
Yes.
And I say all the time, like, comedy is a solo sport. We don't get to see each other unless we're running into each other in fucking airports. You know, I saw Mark Maron flying home on that trip. I just saw Adam Ray coming in. I'm seeing you coming out.
Fucking amazing.
And then we saw, my daughter and I were going to Ocean City, Maryland. Annie Letterman had just landed and was going home and came over and said hello. And I'm telling Stella, like, this is where you see comics.
Yeah.
So to be able to hang and have fun.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, you know, we're doing Riverside, which is a little over 3 hours in traffic. I think it was 3.5 in traffic out of Santa Monica. So he goes, I got us a private helicopter. I'm like, of course you did. So
did he say it casually, or is he like pumped? Is he like?
No, Tom keeps it all right here, you know. And I go, we get there, and I'm looking at the fucking engines, because I'm not getting on anything with one engine. I was like, I'll get in the car right now.
Or one pilot, by the way.
I don't even know if they're allowed to do that. Are they allowed to do that?
I think.
Fuck that.
There's to one pilot? Oh, yeah. I took a small prop plane from Portland to Seattle once to make a show, and my buddy hooked it up because he worked for the company. He goes, do you want one pilot or two? I go, I can't believe you even fucking asked me that. Yeah, How much for a baker's dozen? Fucking.
I want a crew of pilots and doctors.
I want a fucking plane full of fucking professionals towing another plane that I'll be on, maybe. Yeah, dude.
So it's smaller than I think.
Oh, God.
I would say this little foursome that we're sitting in here is probably tighter. It's probably a little tighter. Knee to knee. You would touch knee to knee. And I'm like, but it's one of those things, like, this is terrifyingly awesome. You know what I mean? And we take off, and you feel it. They tell you, know, those Santa Ana winds out there, man, it used to blow my car around on the ground with the full tank of gas.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're going to feel it a little bit on the way down. Like, I hate when pilots say that shit, you know?
Yeah, don't give me a heads up. Just when it happens, let me know it's all good.
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long is it going to last? That's what I want to know. 20. I'm like, putting you on. I'm going to run my set in my head. I'm going to run my set in my head. I know which one it is. We're at 18, guys. We got the light.
I just
wrap this turbulence up, motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
But we got there, a 3.5 hour ride. We got there in 25 fucking minutes. I mean, there was nothing like it.
How fast does a helicopter go?
I don't know, but it hauled ass. And we flew right over that traffic. You're looking down at, like, look at that shit.
Was it comfy, or were you nervous?
I was nervous, but it was still nice. It's just different turbulence. It drops. You know what I mean? It's not the steady. It's more of the, you know, you're moving like this, and
oh God,
like,
dude,
man.
Kind of like swaying a little bit, almost like a boat on the sea.
Yeah, like it's everything in me not to say, put it down, just take it down, guys.
Yeah,
take it down.
Dude, we've all been in those moments where you're just like, fuck it, I got it. Like, I've definitely been on planes where I'm like, I am one more bump away from just hitting the call button, storming the cockpit, and be like, fellas, I've had enough.
Yeah. I say all the time, I had to go. I used to love to fly. Loved shooting down that runway and getting up in the air. Felt like a fucking rock star. And then my daughter almost got hit by a car. It caused crazy anxiety. And two things, fear of heights and fear of flying, all of a sudden just pop up. I talk about, like, You think that for years you don't have anxiety, but it's not that it's not. It's just laying down there in a hammock waiting for you to call, get their number
just
called.
Wake it up.
That's it. Like, I'm up, and then you're up. And I got scared to death of flying. I'm like, I have to beat this. I have to fucking fly to live and work. I have to beat this. So I did. I can sleep on flights and everything now, but for a minute there, it was like, but you have to rationalize. Like, I know I can't get up and walk in a cockpit and be like, guys, move the fuck over, and then fly it myself.
I know.
I can do that with a car.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can do that with other things,
yeah.
but you're at the mercy of that motherfucking person that day.
Do you ever make small talk with the pilots?
Not usually.
I got a problem with doing that.
They got a foot up or some bullshit. I'm like, how you doing? That's it.
How you doing is normal.
That's it. I'm not small talking. You get the fuck in there and get focused on those gadgets.
No shit. And I always look in and I see them hitting buttons. Part of me feels like they're just doing that because they know you're looking in, so they want to make you feel like that. They're like, we got it, man. You saw me hitting these buttons. But also, when I get a little too high and I peer in, I always, like, I said one, I go, what did I say? I go, don't crash us today, fellas. All right.
You really said that?
I go, we got plenty of Diet Sprite. I got Cottonmouth. I was so baked. One of them laughs. And then I walk back to my seat, and my buddy was like, why you talk to the cockpit? And I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, the door being open doesn't
Let
mean.
me go up there and apologize. Guys, I'm sorry, man.
I feel like I got off to a rocky start with y'all. And you know what?
When we're cruising out, too, I'm going to come back up. Check it on you.
As soon as that seatbelt sign goes off. Yeah, the cockpit door open isn't them saying, hey, come on in and make it weird for a minute,
Yeah.
But I like to fly high.
Speaking of me too. Speaking of making it weird for a minute, I've told this a million times, but there was one time I fell asleep on a plane. I'm going east. It's 5.5 hour flight or whatever, and I don't know I'm asleep, but I see our plane start to go down, and I'm talking about my point of view. We are tilted nose down.
You're in a dream?
I don't know it. And we're spiraling, and I just go, oh! And I wake up, and the whole fucking plane is staring at me, and I'm just like, no. And I have a hoodie on. I pull it all the way up. I look at my watch. We're an hour in. I'm like,
oh, God.
And I just lean against the window and cover myself.
Yeah, you can't even get up to leave.
I didn't even get up.
Because everyone's going to be like, there's that guy.
I don't want drinks.
Yeah, you can't ask for anything on that flight except for acceptance.
I screamed out loud. Like, we're going down scream.
Fuck,
I gave it everything I had. And that woke me and apparently a bunch of other people up around me.
At least you were in the window. Being in the middle and having a freak out.
Yeah, that would be worse.
Yeah. I've definitely woken myself up from sleeping with just like either it's a rock. Well, I recently had a whole thing on a plane where a guy, the TV screen that's on the seat in front of you. I don't know. Give me your impression of tapping the screen. Like how hard are you going? Yeah, that seems about fine. I think that's what everybody does. Dave, what do you do?
I don't even tap it.
Even tap it.
Probably go a little light, and then I get
Dave's
annoyed.
Like, TV's on seats. What are you flying? Delta? Yeah, they got him now, Dave. And so this guy in front of me, I had bumped his seat because somebody was trying to put in their luggage above me and kind of bumped me, so I bumped his seat. So I sit down on my phone, she's like, this guy in front of you just turned around like real angrily. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, did you hit his seat, I think? I was like, yeah. The bad guy hit me and it was just collateral damage. And she was like, oh, okay. So I was like, what a dick. I was
gave you the turnaround look?
Gave me the turnaround. But I didn't see it, though. Yep. And I didn't see I didn't see it, though.
It's an aggressive
but
move
just
on a
knowing
plane.
that he did it, I'm already, this guy's in the hole. He's on the shit list. I'm just waiting for something else. I can just smell confrontation. So now I start kind of trying to get my, find the game or see, maybe I want to watch, North with Elijah Wood was like in the deep cut comedy section. And I start tapping, and the guy, I just see him reading something, and I just see him go, and I was just like, whoop. And so I was like, and I kept tapping, and then he just goes, you want to just stop? You're just doing, yeah. You're just doing, who hits it that hard? And I was just like, and I kind of look, and she's just like, yikes. And now I'm just like, all right, this is almost like a heckler to show. I want to kill it with kindness and try to make it funny. And I lean forward, I go, sir, and I'm just whispering through that little crack. I go, sir, I realize the traveling these days is getting everybody all in a tizzy. You're stressed. I could feel it on the plane. I heard you did a turnaround stare before I even sat down. I go, there's a lot going on. If you want to fight in the bathroom, just let me know. Amanda started hitting me. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I go, you want to fight in the bathroom? I go, I've never been in one. It's a pretty tight space. I feel like we become better friends at the end of it. And I'm just going this little rant. He's just not looking back. And I was like, I was like, I was tapping the normal amount. I go, I don't know what's going on with you or what happened prior to this flight, but maybe fucking order a cocktail, relax. I go, hey man, like I already can tell that you're going to recline at a speed that's too fast for me, but I'm going to fucking let it go because that's what you do on a flight. I'm just like spitting all this out right in between the seat. And then the flight attendant comes over. And
Are you in the air?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, we're in the air. So there's no turning back, which is even weirder. Like
taking it down.
Yeah. Yeah. So flight attendant comes over and I just see this guy start complaining. He's like, he starts doing this, and I can see the flight attendant going like, oh, really? Like, just has no time for like, oh, he's tapping your TV too hard. He looks at me and he was just like, he gives me a face like he's on my side. And the guy gets up and moves seats, and then he comes back when we're getting our bags at the end of the flight, and my fiance's like, don't say anything. I'm like, it's fine. And he comes back and he's grabbing his bag, and I just look at him and I take my headphones off. I go, hey, it's gonna be okay.
That's great.
It's almost like when you wave when someone like
in
road
traffic,
rage, they flick you off.
They're going like, thank you.
Yeah.
I cut people off and thank.
Totally,
My dad
yeah.
used to do that shit all the time.
It's the best, yeah. If you do,
and they would lose, and
drives them even crazier.
And, oh, they're going crazy.
So I just go, it's gonna be okay. And
he'll be doing this too. No one wants to hit you, kids. Yeah. Thank you. No one's gonna hit you, kids. That's what he would do.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hit you.
It makes people irate when you just don't meet them halfway. Yeah. People want that.
Did he say anything to that?
He just goes, "What?" I go, "Hey, it's gonna be all right." I go, "Everything's gonna be fine." And then he just that made him more angry, and he grabbed his shit and stormed off. And this guy looked like he was a roadie for the Chuck E. Cheese band.
That's a great.
And that he just found out that like the tour had been canceled.
Yeah.
Post-COVID. Yeah. So it was like I thought we were getting things back on schedule, and they were like, turns out a lot of
Rhode Island's canceled.
He just got that news before the TV tab.
On the way. He's on the way there.
What do you mean the raccoon's sick? Oh, I'm supposed to get another raccoon drummer, and I'm in the air, Dave. I got some fucking Jewish guy tapping the TV. I'm still laughing at how fun that was. Hey guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you enjoyed that little ALN highlight, that little freebie tidbit. If you want to see more highlights, clips, animations, and episodes, click right there. Click right there and get all the free ALN goodies your heart can muster. And of course, subscribe to the show by clicking the ALN logo right there. Do that. It's easy. See you next time. Peace.